In a world driven by ambition, hidden motives, and unspoken hierarchies, power governs far more than we like to admit. It shapes relationships, careers, politics, and even love. In 1998, Robert Greene wrote The 48 Laws of Power to uncover the invisible rules that define this game. A guide not to cruelty, but to awareness, not to manipulation, but to understanding how influence truly works. Power, Greene explains, is not always physical or loud. It is often subtle, silent, and psychological. It is not about forcing others to obey, but about shaping their perceptions so they choose to follow. True power is invisible. It lies in timing, restraint, and perception. It is not about domination, but about mastering the dynamics that make people move, believe, and respond. He begins with a fundamental truth: never outshine the master. In every structure, from kingdoms to companies, pride rules more than logic. Making those above you feel superior is not flattery, it is survival. People forgive mistakes, but rarely forgive those who make them feel small. Strategic humility, Greene says, is a stronger weapon than arrogance. He warns as well, do not put blind trust in friends. Affection breeds comfort, and comfort weakens caution. An enemy, when turned into an ally, works harder to prove loyalty than a friend who takes it for granted. In the pursuit of power, loyalty built on interest lasts longer than loyalty built on emotion. One of Greene's central lessons is concealment. Never reveal your full intentions. Openness invites interference, but mystery commands respect. When people cannot predict you, they cannot control you. Concealment does not mean deceit. It means wisdom, the art of saying less, revealing less, and letting silence protect your plans. In the same vein, speak less than necessary. Every word exposes your thoughts. Every explanation invites weakness. The powerful know that silence can intimidate, while excessive speech reduces authority. Those who master their tongue appear deeper, wiser, and calmer, even when they are simply quiet. Greene continues with the law of dependence. Make others rely on you. Those who need you will never harm you. Dependence is not built by control, but by value. Be the one who offers what no one else can: a skill, a vision, or a sense of calm when others panic. As long as you are necessary, you are protected. He also explains the paradox of presence. Constant availability makes you ordinary. When people can have you anytime, they stop valuing you. But when you withdraw at the right moment, you create scarcity, and scarcity creates respect. Appear rarely, but meaningfully. Make absence a tool of power. Self-control, Greene reminds us, is the foundation of all power. Anger and envy expose weakness. Those who cannot master their emotions will always be mastered by others. The powerful smile while they bleed inside, wait when others rush, and stay silent when provoked. True strength is emotional discipline disguised as calm. Timing, too, is everything. Intelligence without timing is like an arrow without aim. Know when to act and when to wait. A wise person does not fight every battle. He chooses moments when success is inevitable. In the art of power, restraint is not fear, it is foresight. Then comes one of Greene's recurring warnings: success breeds arrogance, and arrogance destroys protection. After every victory, humility must return. Pride blinds you to threats that patience could have avoided. Those who believe they have mastered the game are the first to fall. He writes that appearance often matters more than reality. The world judges by what it sees. A strong image can hide flaws and amplify presence. Dress, tone, and confidence are not vanity, they are instruments. A wise person shapes perception as carefully as others shape words. Appear confident, and confidence will become real. Power, however, is not about control over others. It is about understanding yourself. Those who ignore their own weaknesses will have them exploited. Self-awareness is the ultimate defense. Before commanding others, command yourself. Greene fills his book with stories of kings, generals, and philosophers. They all played the same eternal game, some wisely, some foolishly. Those who studied human nature triumphed. Those who ignored it were consumed by pride or mercy. History, in his view, is not just a story of victory, but of recurring mistakes. He describes power as fire. It can warm or destroy. Used wisely, it brings independence. Abused, it consumes its master. The goal, Greene says, is not to dominate, but to understand, to know how influence works so you cannot be controlled by it. Awareness is protection. In the modern world, this knowledge is not optional. Offices, families, and societies all run on invisible rules of respect, ego, and perception. Those who pretend these rules don't exist are often hurt by them. To understand power is not to worship it, but to survive it. In another insight, Greene reminds us that imitation is dangerous. Copying the strong never makes you powerful. Each person must discover their own method, their own style. The art of power is personal. It grows from self-knowledge, not mimicry. He teaches the law of calculated generosity. Give, but give strategically. A small favor can plant a seed of obligation that grows stronger than any command. People are bound by what they owe, not by what they fear. Another subtle law: control what others see. Appear transparent, but never be fully known. Leave space for imagination. People respect mystery more than they admire honesty. When you let them fill the gaps with their own ideas, they often imagine greatness far beyond the truth. Greene warns that not every battle should be fought. Some victories cost too much. The art of power lies in knowing which fights to ignore. Walking away is not weakness, it is wisdom. The strongest generals, he says, are those who win wars they never have to fight. He writes, too, about emotion in leadership. Power requires distance. Compassion is necessary, but attachment is dangerous. A ruler who tries to please everyone pleases no one. Kindness without boundaries invites manipulation. Many lose their power not in defeat, but in victory. The moment of triumph breeds carelessness. The celebration of success blinds the mind that once planned carefully. True mastery is not in achieving power, but in sustaining it quietly. To remain strong, one must adapt constantly. Power is fluid. Rigidity leads to ruin. Those who cling to one style of command eventually become predictable, and predictability kills influence. To stay relevant, you must evolve faster than those watching you. He reminds us also that absence has its own force. When you leave, leave something behind, an impression, a legend, a question. The memory of your presence can be stronger than your physical presence itself. Impact, not proximity, defines influence. Greene cautions against moral rigidity. The world rewards intelligence, not innocence. Ideals without realism break under pressure. Adapt your ethics to circumstance without losing your core. The goal is not to be good or bad, but effective and aware. He delves deeply into human motives. People crave attention, recognition, and meaning. Learn what each person desires most, and you will understand their actions. Manipulation is not always deceit. Sometimes it is empathy in strategic form. Those who understand desires hold the keys to hearts and minds. Greene concludes that power demands solitude at times. Those who lead often stand alone, misunderstood but steady. Solitude is not punishment, it is the silence where clarity grows. The noise of approval fades, but the echo of decisions remains. Power, as Greene defines it, is neither evil nor pure. It is knowledge of the game we are already playing. Every relationship has its own gravity, every exchange a hidden balance. To ignore this is to surrender control. He reminds us that mercy and patience can be powerful weapons too. To destroy every opponent is wasteful. To convert them is genius. The most efficient conquest is one that requires no blood, no resistance, only understanding. In his closing reflection, Greene writes that the ultimate power is self-mastery. To rule others is temporary. To rule yourself is eternal. Control your impulses, your emotions, your tongue, and you will never be ruled. The battlefield of power begins and ends within the mind. The 48 Laws of Power is not a manual for tyranny. It is a mirror of human behavior. It teaches that awareness is the highest form of defense, and that understanding power protects you from those who abuse it. Those who read it with wisdom learn not to dominate, but to navigate, to move through a world of masks without losing their own identity. And when you reach that point, Greene says, you no longer chase power, you embody it.